calls it an 80s slow dance banger.
Yep. Nice. I can feel that. Welcome back to Wave React.
Today I'm showing Ryan an album from someone who was the first music artist to sell out their own headlining arena tour before the release of their first studio album.
Oh, wow.
None other than Lewis Capaldi.
Nice.
This is his second studio album, Broken by Desire to be Heavenly Sent.
Cool. Yeah, I know a couple weeks ago, me and Zach listened to Strangers, I think, from this.
Mm-hmm.
Not
from
realizing.
The extended edition that just came out.
Because it showed up in our new music Friday, so we gave it a listen, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to listen to this.
Yeah, I really think he's going to like it, so I'm excited to listen to this with him.
Let's go.
The first song is the lead single from the album. It's called Forget Me.
Okay.
Days aching, nights are long, 2 years and still you're not gone. Guess I'm still holding on. Drag my name through the dirt, somehow it doesn't hurt though. Guess you're still holding on.
You do recognize this song from radio play?
Not much, no.
I'll take all the vitriol, but not the thought of you moving on. 'Cause I'm not ready to find out you know how to forget me. I'd rather hear how much you regret me. Even after all, it still wrecks me.
Like that bass line. Nice piano.
Cool. My heart is still your place, babe. Guess I'll still feel the same.
This is supposed to be 80s synth inspired.
Okay. Man,
I don't hear
like
it a ton,
grand piano here.
But I'm thinking it was a stretch for him.
Yeah.
A leap. Maybe something a little different.
Yeah, I guess if the keys are a little more synth sounding, it would work.
Yeah,
in that regard.
I hear that. I hear that a little bit.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And pray to God that you never met me, then forget me. Oh, I hate to know.
Nice drums there. Nice. Yeah, I mean, me and Zach definitely called out his voice a lot whenever we heard Strangers because he's just got that nice, powerful voice. Yeah,
for sure.
Awesome.
Really just belted it on that one. He says that it was inspired by the 1975.
Okay.
The song Somebody Else.
Okay. Great song. Me and Zach listened on this channel to that song. Yeah.
He mentions their name a lot in the making of this album, so it seems like it was something that's kind of he's been having on his playlist lately.
Cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. And the message, I mean, if you break up with anybody, you definitely want them to miss you.
Sure, yeah. And it's definitely hard to see them moved on and living their life without you in it.
Yep.
This next one is called Wish You the Best, and it was the third single on the album.
I miss knowing what you're thinking and hearing how your day has been. But oh my love, I wanna say I miss the grin in your eyes. And when I said we could be friends, guess I lied. I wanna say I wish that you never left. Oh, but instead I only wish you the best. I wanna say without you everything's wrong.
Just really beautiful piano playing.
I was going to say that.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that piano is the only instrument in this song. Oh, wait.
There's like a string.
I do hear some strings.
Yeah,
but
very minimal.
It's very piano heavy.
You seem happier than ever now.
Yeah, beautiful melody.
And I guess that I should tell you I'm sorry.
Really intimate.
Mm-hmm.
It seems I was the problem somehow.
Vulnerable.
Maybe I only
Does he play the piano?
Mm-hmm. Also drums and guitar.
Nice.
If I'm not mistaken. That he learned at a pretty early age.
Yeah. Double up a layer of vocals.
But oh my love, oh,
so powerful.
and you were everything I need all along.
Just amazing vocals.
Mm-hmm.
You never left. Oh, but instead I only wish you the best.
Interesting. It almost seems like the opposite of the first song as far as the message.
Yeah. Well, he says that it's kind of about, you want to say all these things to them. You go home thinking, man, I wish I would have said what I was really feeling. But instead you just exchange pleasantries and say, yeah, I'm happy for you.
Okay, I see. I was thinking it backwards when I was reading this. I get it now.
Apparently this is attached to a very sad music video.
Okay.
There's been some TikTok trend with people watching the music video and just crying their eyes out, showing their reaction.
I guess we'll have to watch it.
So if you want us to watch it, check out this video, let us know.
You want to cry with us?
This next one is called Pointless. This was the second single for the album.
She brings me in a piece. I take her out to fancy restaurants. She takes the sadness out of me. I love it when her mind wanders, and she loves it when I stay at home. I know when she's lost, and she knows when I feel alone. From all my airs and graces to the little things I do, everything is pointless without you. I hope that you love me
Typically
forever.
prefer more upbeat songs, but I really enjoy this song. It's one of my favorites on the album, just for the love aspect. It's nice to hear him sing about.
Right.
She's the start of everything, and I'll be there till the end. I love when she laughs for no reason, and her love's the reason I'm here. She knows when I'm hurt, and I know when she's feeling scared. From all my years and graces to the little things I do, everything is pointless without you. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you, you wait for me too. Everything is pointless without you.
It's interesting. His vocals sounded a little different on that. It was just like the way they recorded them or processed them.
Notice that throughout this album, there's times when he sounds different, just where he is on his vocal range.
Yeah, it was cool.
This one was written primarily by Ed Sheeran and a few other people, and they didn't have a chorus for it yet. and they passed it off to Lewis, and he finished it. So if you hear a little bit of that, I think lyrically, I hear a little bit.
Now you say that, yeah, I hear a bit of his rhyme scheme. It's interesting that they had the verses but not the chorus. Mm-hmm. Usually I would think they would go the opposite way, where they had the chorus and they work the verses around it.
This next one is Heavenly Kind of State of Mind.
It's almost cool, the blue in your eyes, the kind of blasphemy that makes a congregation cry. From now until the afterlife, be it rain or hail or shine, we could be intertwined. Whether you were heaven sent to save me from above.
This one fits the synth pop a little bit more.
I do believe he mentioned that it was synth-led and synth-inspired.
Interesting, faster cadence here.
Mm-hmm.
Like that bass.
I feel like his voice really was high there for him. And then he goes low.
Kind of, I guess, where the album title is inspired from a bit.
Speaking of the album title, he said that was inspired by the 1975 as well. He said that a few of their song titles were like this really long.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, I think I like that.
Yeah. I don't care about song length. I think that one might be my favorite just because of the instrumentation.
We got more. We got more.
I'm just saying so far.
Out favorites now.
Just saying so far.
Yeah.
4 or whatever.
I enjoy that one. It's a fun one. This romantic partner kind of sent from heaven to save him.
Yep, I like that. Positive.
Some people interpret it religiously, but he said it's kind of up for interpretation. It wasn't meant that way the way he wrote it, but he said,
right.
Yeah, obviously.
More people want to enjoy it. They can.
Yeah. This next one is called Haven't You Ever Been in Love Before?
I have. I am.
Back at the piano.
You know it's bad for your health, and when the going's tough, you're way too hard on yourself. Feel this happening, but you feel absent.
Acoustic guitar in the right ear.
Mm-hmm.
And she said this, haven't you ever been in love before? You heard him say it takes the pain away, and it's a feeling that you can't ignore. But it's more like a knife to me than a hide to me, and my heart can't fall apart anymore. If you knew what I knew, you'd be terrified. Haven't you ever been in love before? If we don't work it out, that's something I could accept, but I feel you're ruling out a love that ain't happened yet. Feel this happening.
Strings.
Mm-hmm. Pretty.
Can you tell me what it is? And she said this, haven't you ever been in love before? You heard him say it takes the pain away.
Not sure if it's intentional, but when he's kind of speaking in the sense of what she's saying, his voice is higher, and then when it goes into his thoughts, we're at a lower register.
Good way to contrast it when you're writing it.
Yeah. And more of a slower pace as well. It did. I really noticed the contrast there this time I heard it. Felt more like a dialogue.
Right.
There's nothing I want more than all that you got, 'cause I'm falling. And she said this.
Cool.
Haven't you
Really, really pretty.
before?
Love that. I love that ending.
Yep.
Very
Pretty.
peaceful.
Good way to end it. With him, he like sings in that high, like powerful voice in like every song. Like his concerts, I hope he does a lot of good vocal exercises and rest, because that's gotta be.
He's really just like belting it.
Sounds like it's straining like
It
every
does.
song in a good way. I just can't imagine doing that on concert for a
He
couple
calls
hours.
it moaning. It's just me moaning again.
Okay. Yeah. He's
This
funny.
one was said to also be, well, it's the verses inspired by the 1975.
Okay.
He's really feeling the 1975 lately.
I get it.
This next one is called Love the Hell Out of You.
I'm gonna love the head out of you. Take all the pain that you're going through. I'll bring you heaven if that's what you need. 'Cause you've always loved the hell out of me. You brought resounding techniques for my grounding.
Nice.
When I had lost it a little too far from the middle to find some solace from all this.
I'm getting like
exhaustion and monsters
60s vibes. A bit. Like,
So you better know
can't think of it.
that I bring you home.
Song.
I'm
Especially with that, like, boom, 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 plucking.
the head out of you.
Maybe.
'Cause you've always loved the head out of me.
Hear a choir back there?
Mm-hmm.
In the moment you feel half complete. No, the moments are temporary.
Song kind of being about mutual love and support of each other.
Okay.
I feel like the choir kind of in the background mimics the support.
I'm gonna love
Smart.
the hell out of you. Take all the pain that you're going through, and I'll bring you heaven if that's what you need.
That thing give you oldies vibes?
A little bit. Just in the sense of the simplicity of it. Not that it's
Right.
a simple,
But,
but
I
just
mean, yeah,
that
the
it
way
wasn't like all the bells and whistles and overproduction you
Right.
hear on songs today.
Just the way, I don't know, he sang was like in that style. I keep thinking of That Thing
What
You Do.
genre? In,
Like-
in pop?
Like, thinking back to like Elvis and
Okay.
like, I said That Thing You Do, because it's
You know,
like that era.
He says he listened to like the Beatles, some artists from back in the day.
Let us know who we're thinking of.
This next one is called Burning.
Well, maybe I'm a fool for falling in love with you, and I had nothing left to lose, and nothing more I could give. Went down with your sinking ship. Now I don't think I'll make it through. Now it's only the beat of my heart that reminds me not to stare at the sparks. Can't set fire to my soul just to keep ya.
That lyric is said to be inspired by his mom, who said something similar to him in conversation regarding a relationship.
Forget. Can call it quits or we're sinking with this broken ship, but I don't think we'd make it through. Now it's only the beat of my heart that reminds me not to stare at the sparks. Can't set fire to my soul just to keep ya from burning alone. 'Cause the longer you convince me.
A lot of cool production things going on, especially with the panning of it.
Yeah, I really like it.
It's like bouncing back and forth between this. You got an acoustic guitar in the right ear.
I like this part.
Yeah, it's nice build up.
I love a good build up.
Now they got some strings. It's just the choir.
Any kind of life.
You were the raging storm that wrecked a beautiful mind I can't forget. Knew from the moment that we met to take you home. But now that the future's so unclear, have all of your feelings disappeared? 'Cause I'm in no kind of frame of mind to let you go. Hope, have you something that I can borrow? 'Cause I've been so low, and the weight of all the world's a heavy load.
Really love this soft, delicate piano intro.
'Cause I just don't know if I can face another day alone. Well, my lungs don't breathe, and my heart don't beat, and I can't believe in any kind of life without you here. Are there any words that
Yeah, like you said, I don't know how he could go on for a whole concert.
Right.
At that capacity.
He probably hands it to the crowd a lot. Just let you guys.
We're leaving behind here in our wake. If we can save the good we gave, we shouldn't wait. Hope, have you some that I can borrow? 'Cause I just don't know if I can face another day alone. Well, my lungs don't breathe, and my heart don't.
Some of this reminds me of Ed Sheeran's writing too.
And I can't believe it.
He said that he was listening to a lot of folklore
Okay,
when he wrote this song.
nice.
So he was trying to kind of find that sound with this one.
Interesting.
But yeah, I do hear Ed Sheeran as well. I love the build up to this part too. Oh yeah. He really knows how to make a good power ballad.
Right. Pierces through.
I think he nailed it.
He's got the formula.
He does have the formula.
Yeah.
The build and then the breakdown and then the...
Satisfying.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Powerful.
Kind of about loss, and then I feel like the strings and that really emphasize the sadness.
For sure. Yeah, and I gotta give a shout out to this cover. I love it. Especially the deluxe one.
Oh, for sure.
Both of them are awesome, but just a cool design.
We're graphic artists, so we notice those things.
Yeah. I mean, it could just be anything. It's just interest. I don't know. I look at that, I'm like, this could be any type of album. I have no clue what this is, but I want to listen.
Right. A lot of times albums are heavy on the artist's face and
For
image.
sure.
This next one is my favorite on the album.
Okay.
It's called The Pretender.
will be a shoulder to cry on. I will make you laugh if you need. I will play the part if you say so. Yeah, I'll be anybody but me. I spent almost all of my time feeling like I'm falling even further behind. And I know I'm so good at teaming, like I'm not on the edge of a knife. I'm the pretender, what can I tell you? Designed to deceive. So tell me who you want me to be.
Interesting melody.
I can wear a million faces. To tell you the truth, I'm the fraud in the room, and I know that. But you never will in my mind. It's
Really vulnerable lyrics.
For sure.
And I feel for him because I feel like I can relate to this a little bit.
Right. I mean, I feel like everybody...
Yeah.
Depends on, I mean, you go to work, you're in your professional mode. When you go to your friends,
Sure.
so everybody...
You adapt to your environment, kind of. I feel like I do it more so.
Right.
I feel like everything I do is a lie, and all the words just further pull the wool over eyes. Be my best impression of what you expect from me, but what you don't see.
This reminds me of the message a little bit, like Mirror Ball from Folklore. Just that part right there. I'll be the best
Very
impression of what you
possible.
expect me to be from you,
Yeah.
because that's kind of what she says in Mirror Ball. Taylor Swift.
I feel like everything I do is
Oh,
a
yeah.
lie, and all the words just further pull the wool over eyes. I know I'm no good at being who I am away from the light. I'm the pretender, what can I tell you?
Yeah, it's a cool part.
I'm an imposter, but hell is Amanda. I'm the pretender, what can I tell you? Designed to deceive. So tell me who you want me to be.
Oh, I just really love that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a cool hook. Like I said, it's an interesting melody, the way he sings it. And yeah, back to kind of what we were talking about. I mean, it's kind of a little bit imposter syndrome, I think, in this as well. And I mean, him being a huge artist and people expect you to be interesting and all these things.
Right.
And you kind of feel like, oh, I got to play this up a little bit. So
I think it's also, second album, right? The first album comes out, you're writing it all before you're famous.
Right.
So you're not leaning too much into what everyone else wants you to do. But now his name's out there and everyone's got a voice, everyone's got an opinion. And I think that just really, it all hit him
Totally.
hard when he was writing this album.
Yeah, I think it happens quite a bit with sophomore albums.
For sure.
People trying to
I can't
live up-
imagine the pressure.
Right.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, got to live up to that. That also, usually the first album, like you're saying, it takes 5-10 years to write. Like, it's their best material from all their life that they're putting in this, and the next one, like 6 months, you need to have this next one done. You're like,
By the way, we also need you to tour.
right. Yeah. So, yeah, the pressure there, and then being who you think these people want you to be.
Right.
Yeah. It's gotta
I
be-
mean, not
it's hard.
just fans, but, your studio, your label,
Yeah,
people
true.
you're writing with.
Yeah. Yeah. It was vulnerable. Nice.
Yeah, I was introduced to this song for the first time. I watched the Netflix documentary, and he played just like a snippet of this in the documentary. The scene I actually heard it was when he was playing it for his parents. And his parents were surprisingly hard on him, like very critical, and voiced their opinions loudly. And I was just like, oh, wow. Because I was like, man, that was so good. His parents were like, well, it's not your best lyrically. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But I think that's just the relationship
I was gonna
dynamic that they
say,
have.
I think it's the culture, probably. Where
For
you grew up.
sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was cool to hear this. And then it got me, actually seeing that documentary got me into listening to this album.
Awesome.
This next song is called Leave Me Slowly.
Two heartbeats, never in time. Two lovers over enemy lines. I know we're broken, but don't wanna believe it. You're so close to saying the words. We passed the point of any return. It's such a shame and I don't wanna believe it. Oh, if I could
You get
go
80s
back
vibe
to
from this
that
one at all?
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that I'm sitting here trying to remember what that keyboard is specifically called.
Okay.
Oh, and I held your heart in my hand. So
But I love the sound of it.
leave me.
Calls it an 80s slow dance banger.
Yep. Nice. I can feel that.
Just one more dance before the moment.
I think I hear the 80s vibe the most in this song than of any of the others.
So stay for a while.
Keyboard reminds me of Beth Rest by Bon Iver, which I'm sure you've heard me play at some point.
Of the people we were,
Nice.
so close to finding heaven on earth. It's
Sick
such
percussion.
a shame and I don't wanna believe it. Oh, if I could go back to that evening we met, trembling hands as I'd ask for your number again. You saw me different then. Oh, and I held your heart in my hand. So if you're gonna leave me, just leave me slowly. Stay for a while.
Yeah, that was totally my vibe.
I thought you might like this one. Oh,
Oh,
boy.
Yeah. Sick guitar. There's a saxophone here too.
Yeah.
Would work.
Oh, I killed to go back to that evening we met, trembling hands as I'd ask for your number again. You showed me different then. Oh, and I held your heart in my hand. So if you're gonna leave me,
Is that
just leave
break
me
again?
Yeah.
slowly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, almost a Phil Collins spill there.
Yeah. You got a new favorite on the song? I mean,
Yeah. On the album, yeah.
You got a
I was
new
gonna say it
favorite
at the
on
end,
the
but yeah. Well, spoiler alert. Yeah, it's my favorite so far.
Stay for a while, just one more mile before we say goodbye.
checks all the boxes.
It does.
For a while, just one more mile before we say goodbye.
Yeah, really cool.
You'll never guess who we worked with on this one. Max Martin.
Okay. That totally lines up.
Really?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, because Max Martin definitely went through an 80s inspired phase. I mean, Blinding Lights, but The Weeknd, Dawn FM, which I showed you, had a lot of Max and 80s influence. So yeah, I can totally hear that now that you said it. That's cool.
He said this was totally not the song that he was expecting to write with Max
Right.
Martin, but he loved the end result.
Really cool.
Yeah.
My favorite. Did he ever release that as a single?
Nope.
Surprising.
No.
Especially with Max being on it. Label would usually be like, okay, we're going this one. We paid $150K for production here.
This next one is called How This Ends.
You said, who are we fooling?
We're back to an acoustic guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Way different sound.
And all that I'm not, 'cause I'm fucking useless and full of excuses. I guess that you cut free.
Being honest here.
From all that we are and will never be.
Yeah. So in this one, he's talking about if he could go back,
Okay.
he wouldn't enter this relationship. But I'm sure he'd say the same thing about the last
Right.
one.
How this ends. You know, if we went back, was what dying, the tears from your eyes would come as no surprise as I tried.
Like how he switches up the lyrics a bit.
What do you mean?
The last one was all the flowers would die. Something in her heart.
All of those years that I wasted for love, and here it is, forevermore. The house is on fire and I can't find the door. If I had the heart to stay,
Building up the tension here.
I stand by the sparks in my own self-defense. No, you ain't gonna like how this ends. Bled, yeah, we bled, yeah, we bled, yeah, we bled. So this
Break
is
the microphone,
where
dude.
we ended up. All of those years that I wasted for love, and here it is, forevermore. The house is on fire and I can't find the door.
Yeah, I like the energy of that one.
For
The
sure.
strings, dun, 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 dun. Like I said, seemed like it was really building up for
Yeah, it was theatric.
sure. Good description.
Yeah. This one, a little bit inspired by Goo Goo Dolls and Radiohead.
Interesting.
Different areas of the song.
Okay.
And he's basically saying that if he could go back in time, he'd tell himself not to even start this relationship because the person was so self-destructive.
Okay.
And he obviously
I
was
see.
bending over backwards to try and make it work, but should have never even attempted to make it work.
Right.
This next one is the last song on the album,
Standard album.
the standard edition, before he released those extra 5 songs on
Cool.
the extended. It's called How I'm Feeling Now.
Let's hear it.
Will you forgive me if I'm coming off a little bit obtuse? Well, it's been a minute now since I have had to tell the truth. I know I can, I won't. So here's to my beautiful life that seems to leave me so unsatisfied. No sense of self, but self-obsessed. I'm always trapped inside my fucking head. Thought I'd be happier somehow. If you were wondering how I'm feeling now, I try to tell myself my best days are the ones that lie ahead, but I'm always looking back on things I wish I'd never said. I know
This differs from a lot of his other ones that have piano
Yeah.
playing, just the
acoustic.
guitar, just the acoustic.
darling, it goes on and on and on. Always
But he said this is the demo. He never re-recorded it.
You know, I was going to say the guitar sounded like that. Because the other guitars on it sounded much more crisp. This definitely sounds like it's in a room with him.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing, yeah, they added the strings afterward. I'm sure.
I think because it's so raw, he was probably feeling it, and it was just
Right.
like, nope, I'm not redoing it. That's it. That's the one.
But the 1975 also did something similar.
Really?
And I believe it was actually the end track of one of their albums, too. Yeah. It's like a song about his grandma or something.
Interesting.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm a mess, yeah, but I'll get there. No, I won't lie. I'm a mess, yeah, but I'll get there. So here's to my beautiful life that seems to leave me so unsatisfied. No sense of self, but self obsessed. I'm always trapped inside my fucking head. On and on and on, on and on and on. On and on and on, on and on and on. Forever, yeah, somehow. If you were wondering how I'm feeling now.
Another honest song.
Yep. He said this is kind of one of his most honest songs about real personal, real vulnerable content on
That's
that one.
why he's like, I'm not going to re-record this. I don't want to go back there. Just use this one.
And maybe he also said that really no one that he played it for was in love with it. Didn't really think it was an album contender. And he said that's how he knew he had to put it on the album.
Show you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
I mean, he was very open in the documentary that I watched about his anxieties, panic attacks. And then in September of 2022, he was also diagnosed with Tourette syndrome, which has impacted him greatly. And especially just with live shows, it's incredibly hard for him.
Yeah.
And even in the documentary, they mention an incident that happened while he was on stage where he just couldn't finish the song and he had to pause, take a break, and be like, I'm coming back, guys.
Yeah. Dang.
But he finished and he made it through, and I'm just like, that's so inspiring.
For sure. Wow.
To be battling that and still push through, because he just says playing live shows is just what he enjoys doing.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Inspiring.
So this was an open, honest song kind of about those struggles that he's been facing.
Right. Cool. No, that's commendable. I really enjoyed the standard edition of this. But yeah, we got, I think there's 5 bonus tracks.
5 more songs we got that just came out in January.
Awesome. So we'll listen to those on Patreon. But if you're on YouTube, we'll talk to you guys later. Appreciate you guys listening with us.
Thanks.
Adios.
We were strangers at the bar, they were playing Wonderwall. I overheard you say you hate this song. Next thing I knew, I'm walking over, came and tapped you on your shoulder, said, my dear, you're not the